Hello, welcome to my channel. Now, in the past, I used to use a lot of other frameworks. And then when I started using React, it became apparent to me that React can be used for the progress of all people. Now, React has no conscience of its own. Whether it become a force for good or ill will depend on man. Now, a quarter score and 3 videos ago, I created this and I made it into a child component. Now, many of you will be watching this video and say, why have you made that child component? It doesn't need to be a child component. Okay? Well, people can ask, why climb the highest mountain? Why fly the Atlantic? Why go to the moon? I chose to do this on other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard. Because doing this will serve to organize and measure the best of our energies and skills. Now, I probably should have said this in the previous video, but I didn't say it. Now, what we are trying to build here, we're trying to build a function. And in this function, we're going to feed it an array. And then it's going to take this array and it's going to go through this array. And it's going to light up these lights and it's going to play tunes. And eventually, we're going to be able to play the Simon game on the computer. I'm going to come out of here now. And I'm going to be looking at these lights now. I'm going to look at some CSS. Now these lights are controlled by this class called blue turn. That's for the blue lights. There's one called red turn, yellow turn, green turn. So if I spoiled it, haven't I? If I copy right there, let me just, okay, let's just add green turn in this. Can you see how that lit up? Well, you know what I mean. I'm going to call it lit up. It lit up. Can you see that? I'm going to, so that's on off. That's how we have to turn, that's how we have to do on and off. Okay. Now, that is not in here, so we can't do what we was doing before. What we was doing this thing before, and it was easy. We can't do that anymore. So we're gonna have to look at what we can do. Now, this class here, this gets its properties from the attributes. Okay. And where were they again? Here it is. We're passing in props. This is where we're using props. I went through this already in previous videos. So from here, we're passing props to this other object, other class. Let me just minimize that. They're two different classes, they're both separate, and we can pass from here to here. Because this is the parent, this is the child. We can pass from parent to child. So we're passing these props in, and it's using these values from the props. So we don't have to change anything in here whatsoever, okay? Now this is where we're passing the props to that other component. We pass all of these in and then it uses it. But this gets its data from key list, which is this. Okay. So this is what we need to change. Okay. Now there's one thing about this that, in case you haven't noticed, we set up our scheme already where we've done some enums. And these were the schemes. So blue is supposed to be 2. Now as you can see here, blue is 3. So that's messed up our scheme. So these two are in the wrong order. And they have to appear in this order. And that's governed by this. If I swap them around here, this won't display properly. For me to fix this, I would have to change all the CSS. So I'll swap them around and change all the CSS and change a lot of things. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to change anything. I'm going to find a different solution. So we're going to have to sort that out. Now, one thing I'm going to do is we need to change this dynamically so that it changes the lights. So I'm going to add something to the state, because what we want is when that thing in the state changes, it will automatically render the model. So when we add the class, we'll see change immediately. So for that, I've got to add something in here. Now, next thing I'm going to add is the buttons at the moment. I'll show you one thing if I can find it. We need to add a pointer class on it. Not all the time. We need to be able to add it at certain times, because when Simon is playing a tune to you, we want these buttons to be inactive. At the moment, I want it so that a hand comes on this. Now if I put a hand over here, I can see a hand. It changes to cursor pointer. You probably cannot see this because of the video streaming software I'm using. Okay. But I've got some other software, but it's not as good as this. But I may use that software and do a video just so I can demonstrate it. That's, you can see when it goes on here, you see a hand. So what I want now is when I click on here, I want the hand to appear, but not all the time, only when it's clickable. So because of that, I'm going to have to create something else in the state. Okay. So I'm going to copy and paste them in. And I'm not going to give them easy color. I'm not going to give them easy. I'm going to give them friendly names, but they're not going to be the easiest names. I could have given them easier names. And then what the names I'm going to give them: active green, active red, active blue, active yellow, and keys active. I could have called that active keys, but I wanted to separate it from these. So I decided to call it keys active. Now, I could have called this just green with lowercase, and that would have made my life easier. But as I said at the beginning of the video, so I'm not going to repeat it. Okay. So these are gonna be called that, and I'm gonna stop this video, and on the next video, I will get it so that when we change this, for instance, to true, like so, that light will light up. And when we change it to false, it will switch off. And the same with all the other ones. And when we set this to active, a hand will come when we click here. When we set it to false, no hand will come. Okay, till the next video, bye.